Your body's been screaming at you for months, but you've been calling it getting older. Here's the brutal truth. Colon cancer doesn't knock politely. It whispers first. And most people? They're not listening. The average person ignores these signs for 14 months before seeing a doctor. 14 months of their body literally begging for help. But here's what's crazy. Some of these warning signs seem so normal, so everyday, that you'd never connect them to cancer. Stick around, because what you'll learn in the next 8 minutes could literally save your life. You know that feeling when you realize you've been missing something obvious? Something hiding in plain sight? That's what we're diving into today. Not medical jargon, not scare tactics. Just the real, raw truth about what your body might be trying to tell you right now. We're talking about signs so subtle they feel like nothing, until they become everything. And by the end of this video, you'll never ignore your gut the same way again. Let's start with the most obvious one that nobody wants to talk about: your bathroom habits. Changes in bowel movements aren't just getting older or stress from work. When colon cancer starts growing, it literally changes the landscape of your intestines. We're talking blood and stool that looks like dark coffee grounds, pencil-thin stools that used to be normal, constipation that won't quit, or diarrhea that's become your new normal. Here's the kicker. Most people notice this stuff and think, I'll mention it at my next physical. But here's what doctors wish you knew. Normal doesn't just change overnight without a reason. Plain truth. If your bathroom routine has been different for more than 2 weeks, that's not normal aging. That's your body raising a red flag. But the next sign? That's where things get really sneaky. You're tired. Not I need coffee tired. We're talking soul-crushing, can't get out of bed exhausted. And everyone's telling you it's stress or age, or that you need more sleep. But here's what's actually happening. Colon cancer can cause internal bleeding so slow, so subtle, that you don't even know you're losing blood. Your body's literally being drained, one microscopic drop at a time. Your iron levels tank. Your energy disappears. And you think you just need a vacation. This isn't the kind of tired that coffee fixes. This is the kind of tired that sleep doesn't touch. Some people describe it as feeling like their battery is permanently at 20%. Reality check. If you've been inexplicably exhausted for weeks and rest doesn't help, your body might be fighting a battle you don't even know about. The third sign, though? This one hits different. You're losing weight, and you're not even trying. 5 pounds, 10 pounds, maybe more. And people are complimenting you, asking about your secret, but you don't have one. Here's the terrifying truth. Cancer cells are energy hogs. They're literally stealing calories from the rest of your body, growing and multiplying while you waste away. This isn't the good kind of weight loss. This is your body consuming itself to feed something that shouldn't be there. And the scariest part? It can happen so gradually that you don't notice until your clothes are falling off. The brutal reality. Unexplained weight loss of 10 pounds or more in 6 months isn't a blessing. It's a warning. But here's where it gets really insidious. Abdominal pain that comes and goes. Cramping that feels like gas but isn't. Back pain that no amount of stretching fixes. You pop some antacids. You blame it on that sketchy lunch. You convince yourself it's stress manifesting physically. But colon cancer doesn't always hurt where you think it should. Sometimes it's lower back pain that radiates down your legs. Sometimes it's cramping that feels exactly like period cramps or gas pains. Your body's pain signals get confused because the tumor is pressing on things it shouldn't be pressing on. Here's what doctors see. People suffering for months, treating symptoms instead of investigating the cause. And the final sign? This one's the most overlooked. Your skin looks pale. People ask if you're feeling okay. Your nails are brittle, breaking constantly. You might even get blood work that shows low iron, and your doctor prescribes supplements. But here's the thing. If you're not a menstruating woman and you're not a vegetarian, where's that iron going? Iron deficiency anemia in men over 50 or post-menopausal women is basically a flashing neon sign that says, find the bleeding source. Because iron doesn't just disappear, it goes somewhere. The harsh truth. Taking iron supplements without finding out why you need them is like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. And here's the part that'll make your blood run cold. All of these signs, they can show up alone, or together, or in combinations that seem totally unrelated. The cramping you blamed on stress, the fatigue you attributed to aging, the weight loss you secretly celebrated, the bathroom changes you were too embarrassed to mention. Your body wasn't betraying you. It was trying to save you. Remember what I said at the beginning? Your body's been screaming at you for months, but you've been calling it getting older. Here's why this matters more than you think. Colon cancer caught early has a 90% survival rate. Caught late? That number drops to 14%. The difference between those numbers isn't luck. It's not genetics. It's listening to what your body is telling you and acting on it. Think about it. We service our cars every 3,000 miles. We update our phones constantly, but we ignore the one machine that keeps us alive until it's practically broken. The real enemy isn't cancer. It's the voice in your head that says it's probably nothing. Your body doesn't lie. It doesn't exaggerate. When it changes, there's always a reason. So here's my question for you. What's your body been trying to tell you that you've been too busy, too scared, or too stubborn to hear? Because the person who acts on these signs isn't being dramatic, they're being smart. If this opened your eyes to something you've been ignoring, don't just scroll past. Your future self will thank you for that uncomfortable conversation with your doctor.